Good Monday to you. I'm Storm Team 9 Meteorologist Patrick Ellis here with your ENC Weather update for this March the 10th, 2014. Another gorgeous day across Eastern Carolina, but things are on the way into the tank as we head into the next couple of days. But we get one more nice day out of it, so let's enjoy it while we can. Let's detail it all out here. Look ahead to the next couple of days. And if you were watching yesterday, we were mentioning the fact that there could be some interesting doings going into next week. We'll delve into that as well as now that is officially on the 7-day planning forecast. So we'll look at that a little bit more in detail and kind of look at the differences in the modeling from yesterday's thinking to now and what we're going to have to look for going forward. Got this one in from Cheryl Parsons today at Emerald Isle. Beautiful afternoon. Couple folks enjoying the Crystal Coast beaches today across Eastern Carolina. Can't complain about it. Overnight low temperatures tonight dropping into the mid-40s inland coastal areas into the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. Tomorrow, a beautiful day with more sunshine on the way with high pressure continuing to be in control of the weather pattern. We should make the mid-70s for inland portions of the area. Northern areas may stay low 70s. Eastern areas into the upper 60s, low 70s. So overall, not a bad day. Can't complain about it. Would not be surprised if we see a couple upper 70s getting on the board tomorrow, mainly south of US 70. So overall, not too bad of a day setting up for us. We'll take a slow tumble downward into the mid-50s through the overnight hours of Tuesday before our next system comes on the board. And with all the warm weather, we're still talking about the pollen forecast. Mold and grass in the low category. Tree pollen, maple, cedar, and elm, the main culprits. So if you are allergic to any one of those, that's probably why your nose is a little stuffed up over the past couple of days. The forecast stays in the medium to high category through Wednesday, and then it falls off by the time we head towards Thursday. And the reasoning why is because colder temperatures are on the way and the fact that we're going to be talking about rain chances in here as well. So here's a look at the long-range precision forecast model. The thing that we've been talking about the last several days is this northern stream energy coming together with the southern stream moisture. And it starts off two separate systems, and then the energy from the southern stream gets pulled up towards the north, and you'll see that here on the forecast model. Basically what happens is that all the moisture gets pulled up here and kind of gets consolidated into one system as it lifts off towards the north. Snow up to the north, rain for us here across Eastern Carolina, but with the fact that we're going to have two systems coming together, the pressure gradient is going to be tightening up, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Some breezy winds in here through the day on Wednesday and likely continuing through Thursday as well. Just going to be a rain event for us, maybe a couple of thunderstorms, not a big issue, not looking like anything severe at this point. But as that low moves off towards the north and east, it deepens, and it's going to get fairly deep. On top of that, you're going to have high pressure edging in from the west. So all of that very tightly packed isobars, it's going to get windy and also cold as well, because think about this. Now you've got cold air wrapping around on the back side of the low and on the front side of the high, so we're just going to get this funneling effect of cold air right here into Eastern Carolina. Then the low gets offshore and we're in high pressure for Friday. But the main story, I think, is going to be the big change in temperatures. Warm today, tomorrow, even Wednesday, but the cold air comes slamming in here for Thursday. It starts to modify by the time we head towards Friday, but not for very long. You see here by Monday, another cold shot of air is moving southward as another ridge builds over the western half of the United States, and the trough, persistent trough, it seems like, continues to bring down the colder air out of Canada towards us. All right, on to the modeling. This is the 12Z GFS run, looking at 500 millibars. And what I've been talking about the last couple of days, here's your southern stream energy down here towards the south, and the northern stream energy up here to the north. And basically what's going to happen, this energy down south is going to be transferred up here to the northern stream as it pushes off towards the east. So this is going to kind of go away, but the northern stream energy is going to become more prevalent as you see another little node coming southward, little shortwave coming southward. All of this is going to come together and going to make for that big powerhouse system. Now, granted, we've heard comparisons to the 93 superstorm. This is nothing like that. Nowhere near that. So I don't know where that comparison even came from. It's a big system. Don't get me wrong. This is going to be a big system, and it's going to have a big range of impacts compared to, but as far as March 93, no. Nowhere near that. You're not going to have 45 inches of snow up in New York. And you're not going to have blizzard conditions in Birmingham, Alabama. It's just not going to happen. So there's just no way that's going to be the case. But for us on Tuesday, going to be a nice day. The rain showers stay out of here, and we should be able to afford the mid-70s across inland portions of the east, and then coastal areas just a touch cooler. On to Wednesday we go, and just a leftover little bit of energy coming across the area on Wednesday morning from the southern stream. That's going to be the first batch of showers. Then the second batch comes with the big trough diving southward from where the most of the energy has come from now. And we'll be watching that through the day. But out ahead of that, man, this is going to be a fairly strong system. That'll be 2 p.m. on Wednesday, a 984 low. Basically around Garrett County, Maryland. That is going to be a very strong area of low pressure that is going to be deepening as you get those two streams of moisture and energy coming together. And on the backside of that, look at the 540 line coming southward to Memphis, Tennessee, and the I-40 corridor. Very tight pressure gradient. So like I said, it's going to be a rainy, it's not going to necessarily going to be a rain event. I don't think we see much more than maybe a quarter inch of rain out of this whole system, but more so the wind is going to be the big factor. The good thing is that we've had a couple of days from the previous system to dry out, and we're not going to see very much in the way of rain this time. Maybe, like I said, upwards of a quarter inch. But the wind is going to be whipping, and it's just going to be nasty, and that will continue all the way through Thursday even. Look at the cold air wrapping in on the back side of that. The 540 line down towards Beaufort, South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina area. The 522 line along Highway 64. Strong cold air advection in place, and we're going to struggle to get in the mid-40s. Some of the indications have us even cooler than the mid-40s that we have on the board right now. Likely in the low 40s. So we'll call low to mid-40s on Thursday with a brisk northerly wind that will make it feel like the 30s through the day, if not even cooler than that, as high pressure builds in here on the backside of this. And then we go out towards Friday. Man, it's just high pressure, and the thickness values start to come up a little bit, and we get back to cool conditions. We'll be in the 50s, low 50s expected on Friday with mainly sunny skies. But as that high pressure edges off towards the east, that's when we get on the dirty side of the high. As we head towards Saturday. Now, the GFS picked up on this on Saturday, was showing a little bit of energy coming across, maybe get a couple of showers going. I'm not going to discount that. I've gone ahead and reintroduced a slim chance for a shower on Saturday as well as Sunday because of this, and it's just not that great of confidence as far as major rain chances, and even on the QPF chart, it's just not that great. That would be 6-hour totals of maybe upwards of a tenth of an inch. It's just not that great, and just the chances aren't that great as the high pressure ridge builds off towards the east and wraps around the moisture on the backside. But still going to be seasonable through the weekend, I do believe. The weekend should be right around 62, 63 degrees. Overall, not too bad. I think we'll go partly cloudy for the meantime until we can get a little bit better lock on what's going on there. And same thing on Sunday as well. But we've gone ahead and made that mention for maybe a shower or two. But look at what's going on there. The 540 line starting to edge in here on the GFS on Sunday. We still got temperatures in the 60s that day. But we're going to be watching that. And we were talking about what's going to be going on as we head into next Monday. And the modeling has spread out again. Yesterday had a good agreement from the Canadian and the European on this system, this consolidated system. The GFS was much more elongated. Let's look into that real quick. There's your full latitude trough coming southward. A lot of energy associated with that. And a big ridge in the western half of the United States. This is nice and warm out here, and then nice and cold over here in the eastern third of the United States is that deep trough. Is just unloading cold air into the region. That's Monday afternoon, and once again, still have this deep trough showing up here, bringing down the colder air across the area. A nice little ridge across the western half of the United States, and another bowling ball low about to come up and through here. So that's going to be something to watch in the long range. But in the meantime, underneath that, at the surface, we'd be talking about rain chances in here. Now, the GFS is backed off on those rain chances comparative to its earlier runs. This came off of the 0Z GFS run. This was valid for 8 o'clock on Monday night, and obviously that's a lot of rain in here. Then you look at the old run. This was from yesterday. looking at the same time period, you had this very elongated system. So, like I'm saying, just not a lot of confidence out there. And the same thing with the European model. I mean, this is from the 12Z run today, and it's got this big cold core low coming across the panhandle of Florida near the Big Bend area. A lot of precipitation associated with this, a lot of area associated with it, comparative to the 12Z run from yesterday. You had this 984 low, lots of cold air backing in on the backside of this, and even the 0Z run had the same similar situation. So just not a lot of confidence out there in the long range on Monday, but obviously it's something to watch, especially with the cold air coming in on the backside of this. We'll be watching it the next couple of days, but right now we're kind of taking the middle road of the guidance, going 55 with a chance for rain in the forecast, but needless to say, things will be changing over the next several days. That's going to do for me here on the ENC Weather Update. You can stay up to date with us Facebook, Twitter, WNCT.com, and a brand new Storm Team 9 app in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Have a great rest of your evening, a great day tomorrow, and a great weather week ahead.